Hey, yo, what's poppin', everybody? It is the King Hitman here, and as you can see, we've got this tech super trunks. I want to see, I do kind of wish, I don't know what the intro would have been. I mean, it could have been anything, right? But I wish he had an intro. That would have been nice. I don't get tired of intros, especially when they're from moments. It's like the, less, I don't want to say memorable, right? But like the less notorious or less famous moments, like you know what I mean, right? Like, for example, that moment right there, if that was an intro, that would make perfect sense to me. But anyway, we got tech super trunks here, well, super saiyan trunks to start out, which is part of the concern with this card. So I want to see what this guy's going to be capable of doing. I expect him to perform alright, especially when he's in a showcase environment. When he's with Gohan, he shares 4 out of 7 links. He's missing Royal Lineage, Soul vs. Soul, and Messenger from the Future. Those 3 links are like the type of links you gotta make sure you have those active. Whenever you can, you gotta make sure you get those active. Messenger from the Future gives 10% attack, right? Royal Lineage gives 2 key, 5% attack. Soul vs. Soul gives 2 key, 5% attack and defense. He is doing 8.9. I don't want to gas that. It's not super impressive for me, but he is doing decent numbers. We did have his guard on that turn. My concern with him, this is my concern with this Trunks. If he doesn't have that guard, can I trust him to tank a super attack? I don't know that my answer would be immediately yes. I just can't say that it would be. Now right there, he had somewhere around, what, like 600k def? Yeah, I want to say like 600k defense to start that off. I'm going to put you in slot 1, which is fine. Vegeta will get his buff. I want Vegeta to get that 3rd attack. You guys know his support buff. I want him to get that upon Super Trunks having transformed. So I got to make sure Super Trunks transforms at the start of the turn, after he has attacked 5 or more times during battle, or starting from the 5th turn if there's a cell enemy. Obviously, I don't have a cell enemy, so we got to make sure we get those 5 attacks off. It wouldn't be the worst condition ever, because he does have the chance to do those additionals. You will definitely you'll definitely have certain times where you won't see that until like 6, 7, and 8, like those latter turns. But a lot of the time, you might see it on 5. I don't even know that I'm comfortable saying you'll see it on 5, bro. I feel like you're gonna see it more on 6 and 7 more than anything, even if he's on rotation. Because if he's killing the enemy or he's in slot 2, he feels like he's supposed to be a slot 1 unit, right? And then what happens if you don't feel like he's guarding that turn? Now you're worried. His active skill is, oh, the Scouter. All right, let's use his active skill, and then we'll, yeah, because it'll kill too. Let's see if it has a KO screen. Oh, that's disappointing. No KO screen bothers me. Alright, his active skill greatly raises his attack, causes ultimate damage, and it would break an enemy action. It can be started at turn 3 when HP is 60% or more. Very simple, right? We're not worried about that at all. I'm gonna have to just bank on this right here. I mean, whatever. We use the active again. We might as well do it now. My question for his transformation, does his active count towards that? I never even thought to ask myself that. That's actually a fair question. I gotta figure out. I'm sure it would, but I don't see why it wouldn't. But I gotta see if that's true or not. Like I said, I want Vegeta to get his support buff off. This is actually really good. I wanted Vegeta to get his support buff off once we are Super Trunks. If we're not Super Trunks and we get that extra attack from Vegeta, it's gonna throw off my showcase a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. See, he's not guarding on this turn. All right, 8.8. Let's go over what this guy actually does. His super attack raises attack and defense for the 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. At least he raises defense. I can appreciate that. He gives himself 2 key attack and defense, 150%. His passive, well, that's his passive, right? Secret power. He will get an additional attack and defense, 100%, perform a guaranteed additional, which has a 70% chance to be a super, and have a high chance to guard all attacks. All of those conditions, including the attack and defense, can only trigger if there are 3 or more Android/Cell Saga category allies on your team. He gets an additional 70% attack and defense when performing that super attack, and will be super effective against every typing if you are fighting an enemy named Cell. I think that's ridiculous. I don't Do you know how much better we would tolerate this Super Saiyan form if you just made him super effective against Cell? Like, I feel like that makes sense. The extra attack and defense being gate kept, we can't have that, bro. We can't have that. These are the type of turns where I told you guys my concern was you wouldn't have it by turn 5 or maybe even 6. This is perfect right here because right now he's only going to be able to do what? Kill all Frieza with one attack. You can't do anything besides that. Gohan is in slot 3, 227k defense with the extra buff from Gohan. All right, let's see what we got here. You see the attack buff went up a little bit, just under 10 million. I'm not gonna trip over that. Like, that's okay offense. It's not like explosive, right? Super massive, overpowered numbers we're looking at right now. So I'm not gonna lose my mind, but also I'm not gonna be overly critical of him. Hopefully he's guarding right here. I think, yeah, Vegeta has to take that attack on the back end. I don't know that I can trust Piccolo to tank that. And now that means, oh my gosh, now that means Trunks won't be able to super on this turn. I am so tired of it. Whatever. Yeah, it has to, his active skill has to count towards that transformation, because otherwise they probably, the translation says just attacks. I would assume it would say super attacks if they specifically didn't want the active skill to count. I think part of it is making sure that it applies to that. But I mean, whatever. All right, so I did name off his passive. He will transform automatically. As you've seen, we used his active already, so you don't choose when to transform into Super Trunks, which makes sense. I mean, Super Trunks is crazy. Like, Super Trunks is a madman. You want to get to him as soon as possible. It's not like this Trunks is stacking attack or defense permanently. He is just who he is, and that's fine with me as long as he's guarding. Literally, he has to be guarding. Damn, Vegeta or Piccolo got popped. Damn, we're dead. Oh, that's so bad. We'll be right back. But damn, I'll come back as Super Trunks. I did not know Piccolo was going to get popped like that, bro. This Android / Cell Saga team is going to be a slight concern. I don't want to overreact to that, but it's going to be a bit annoying. All right, now we get to see what this guy looks like. He's the best TUR. I'm going to be straight like that. With Super Trunks, he looks like he's the best TUR, and I don't know that it's too close. Maybe if you include like a Kaioken Blue, like the Easy A's, you might be able to argue that it's not as close as it looks, but we have 4 out of 7 links active. Let's talk about what this guy does. So right now he has 376k defense. I could use his active skill. We're going to let him attack. By the way, he gets critical hits upon, so whatever attack stat we look at isn't even his genuine attack stat. He gets critical hits upon super attacking and upon his active skill. He will raise attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage, critical hits. He's doing 18 million. Oh man. It's about to get out of pocket real fast. He doesn't have a KO screen either. Damn, bro. All right, now power up phase 2. Trunks will get 4 key attack and defense 300%. I'm gonna have to pray that super attack does not wipe us off the map, because I do not appreciate what Piccolo just did right there. By the way, if you like, I usually don't get hard-headed about my takes. I usually just say, hey, I respect your opinion. I'm gonna fall back. I'm firm, but I'm not argumentative when it comes to like reasonable takes. Or at least if I see a bad take, I'll just be like, that's a dumb take and keep going on my day. If you think Piccolo is level with Kaioken Blue Goku, I can't help you. Like, that's one of the more ridiculous takes out of the last year or so. Piccolo is not remotely close to Kaioken Blue Goku. Even with the teams, I like Piccolo's teams. I like running him with other Piccolos. I love seeing his performance once he transforms. He is not close. I need y'all to understand he's not close. Now then, Trunks, like I said, power up phase 2. 4 key attack defense 300%. He performs an additional guaranteed super attack and will guard all attacks for 3 turns. He will get an additional attack and defense up to 200%. The more HP, the greater the boost. And then he will get an additional attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack and guaranteed stun the attacked enemy. That is so insane to me. I appreciate you doing that extra attack, Trunks, actually, because then the other Trunks wouldn't have been able to showcase his additionals. So we got to make sure we make the most out of this. How many attacks are in that first? Ooh, I ain't gonna front. If it was, oh, that would have been fire. If it was 3 attacks, I would have put Vegeta right there. Do I want to put, I mean, we will get royal lineage. He'll hit ever so slightly harder, but I think he's gonna one-shot Frieza. Like, I don't. If I put him in slot 2 and give him Gohan's leftovers, I feel like he's gonna one-shot Frieza. Let's see what this guy can do. I want Frieza to get double supered to see what Trunks is really gonna be capable of. By the way, that guard makes him one of the more 17 guaranteed critical hits. Yeah, this is what has become the best TUR in the game. This is crazy. When he is Super Trunks, he's the best TUR. Those couple of turns is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Am I tweaking, or is he really him? You see how if Gohan had attacked, we wouldn't have been able to see that? Oh my gosh, he's a madman, bro. He's crazy, bro. Okay, Piccolo, do I trust you? Not with the, bro, I can't, man. I can't. I'd rather just have the type effect. So yeah, Trunks here, now that he's Super Trunks, let's talk about his active. Goodness, I'm in awe, man. This is spectacular. Like, Super Saiyan Trunks is barely tolerable. This Trunks is ridiculous. Super Trunks is insanity. He will temporarily greatly raise attack, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, and give a Ghost Usher effect for 1 turn. That's massive. That's massive. That's massive. So whenever you do run out of that guard, that's when you use the active skill. We have to apply our IQ here, people. Whenever you do run out of that guard, and now, you know, instead of just worrying about his own defense, now he's protecting your entire rotation. Now, if there are units that want to be hit, you know, maybe units that haven't fully built up yet, which wouldn't make sense, because by the time you see this in real game, he should be somewhere around, like, turn, like I said, 6, 7, or 8. So it doesn't make sense for you to still be worried about your units building up, I suppose. Unless it's like the 10 hits like the STR Carnival Goku has, which is a terrible condition. But yeah. You can make it so that instead of just worrying about himself with the guard, now he helps your entire rotation defensively by literally not getting hit. That rotation would have been the perfect way to showcase what he can do when he's helping everybody out. But we're going to wait. Remember, the active skill condition is when your HP is 60% or above. So we're going to wait a couple more turns. I might use a Senzu next turn, but I mean, it's not that serious to me yet. We'll figure it out. Or it can activate immediately when there's a, so man, he is taking a bit of damage. I should have showed his defense, by the way. That was wrong of me. 15.6. So now that he has way less HP, you see the, I wouldn't say it's an exact drop off in offense, right? It's still insane. But you see that he's lost that. He wouldn't have been performing his additional super attack unless it was the hidden potential system. We're going to, yeah, we're going to heal for sure. And then after this, we're going to wrap up the fight, because this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. I do want a pure tank. I don't want to do much damage to Frieza so that Trunks gets to take advantage of that. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about Super Trunks, because those first 3 turns, he is, I mean, damn. The thing is, when he does do this transformation, it's not unreasonable. It's just what you have to put up with what Super Saiyan Trunks is when he's not guarding. That's my concern. I feel like that's such a legitimate gripe. Like, people definitely should understand where I'm coming from. But sometimes people are just like, they're not going to hear you out. We're actually, ooh, I'm a bit paranoid. Because if Frieza super attacks Gohan on that back end, we will die. I mean, if we die, we die. It could be worse, right? Let's just hope that we can tank fairly well. Oh man, if I had bought like a Princess Snake, that'd be a massive help right now. So you super attack Vegeta. We'll see how Gohan tanks off of that back end, but he should probably still get hurt pretty. Oof, never mind. It doesn't even matter. Gohan's not going to be able to tank the rest of that. By the way, Trunks' leader skill does not impress me. I do not like Trunks' leader skill in the slightest. I'm very annoyed by it. It's Mastered Evolution or Android/Cell Saga. Yeah, see, man. Sheesh, I can't ask Gohan to not take 50k over a total of those attacks. It's Mastered Evolution or Android Saga, gets 3 key 170. The additional 30% will go to Rapid Growth or Warriors Raised on Earth. It sounds nice. It's really not. Would you look at that? Gohan, my boy. I'm sorry. I didn't know you'd take offense. Good work, boy. You had a point to prove today. So we're going to do both Super Trunkses. Yeah, we're going to use both of them. Why not, right? This looks, I mean, it's the same animation. It's just the difference of which Trunks you're doing it with. I think that's actually kind of cool. It feels more like a costume change than anything else. The attack breaks, bro. I'm telling y'all about these attack breaks. And you see where the super attack is. It would be killing my man Piccolo. Another thing, you know what? I didn't like when I found out Super Trunks gave himself crit on super attack. I didn't like it because I feel like it makes it so that, like, why would you want that if you're towards the end of a fight? If you're not towards the actual end of said fight, like just by any given chance, you're not at the tail end of that fight, what you feel like is going to be the last turn, and you are at a phase where he runs out of that ability to give himself that guaranteed super attack, that additional super, and the guard. Even though he crits on super attack, the extra damage might help you get out of the fight faster, if that makes sense. So him gaining the critical hit, him doing that active skill, and it's a guaranteed critical hit instead of just, giving him, I don't know, what's an like 3 key or something dumb, right? Like I'm spitballing. It is a good thing that he crits on that active. Like knowing he's going to do a fair amount of damage, he's delaying the enemy action, he's going to help you by doing that active skill as a guarantee. I appreciate that. I didn't give him enough credit on that ability. I think he's a nice unit. I like this Trunks a lot. Please let me know how you guys feel. I am blown away by Super Trunks. Is insane. Super Saiyan Trunks, I gave you a lot of flack. It looks like you're going to be a bit better than I thought, but you have to have that guard, bro. He has to have the guard or type effective, or he's going to be a massive problem. So let me know how you guys feel. It is the Young King Hitman. I'm very happy that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I appreciate you liking. I appreciate the support, subscribing. Young Hitman is off this.